Okay, so in this CAD tutorial, we're going to be making a motor mount. So first we want to start off with a sketch. And first we're going to sketch a rectangle as our base shape. So the dimensions are going to be 2.5 by 4. Yeah, 2.5 by 4 should work. And so now we are going to extrude about 1 inch. Okay. So right now we have a box, or rectangular prism. So now we're going to measure our diameter of our bearing and our yellow jacket motor so we know how much of a hole to extrude out. So our round bearing had a measurement of 14 millimeters. So let me go to the top view. Okay, so 14 millimeters would be never mind. It's going to be 0.551 inches. So I might do 0.552 just to round it up a little bit so our bearing won't get stuck. And I'm going to actually, I'll increase the width of the rectangle by 0.1, so it's not 2.6. So that's about a good spot. Let me type. There we go. So 0.551. Okay. Alright, there we go. Now we're going to measure the yellow jacket. And so we're going to use the measure tool. And we're going to get that piece. And so 32 millimeters. So 32 millimeters would be 1.26 inches. All right. Now we have our two circles ready to be extruded for our bearing and our yellow jacket motor. So what we're going to do is we're going to click the extrude button and we're going to click on both of the circles that we just sketched. We're going to drag down. And so now we have two holes, both the size of our of the motor and the bearing. So now what I want to do is I want to fillet these side pieces, and pretty much the only reason why I'm doing this is so that I can make it look more smooth. And in FTC, rough parts or very sharp objects won't be allowed, and since this is going to be a 3D printed part, it will be sharp when printed out. It will be sharp when printed out. So this is what it looks like right now. It's relatively smooth, except the two sides that are going to be attached to like the actual channel on the robot. So now we're just going to see whether or not like the bearing and the motor actually fit. So first we'll test out the bearing. So drag and drop. Okay. Okay, so first we're going to be using a point-to-point, and so we're going to have to rotate our bearing first 90 degrees so it's parallel with, or the bottom of it is parallel with the top. Now we're using a point-to-point, so we're going to click on the point where we want to select and drop it, and we're going to select the other place. There we go. And then we're going to select. And so now you can see that our bearing is in the hole that we want it to be in, and it is flush with the hole, with a bit of extra space, but we could just push it down. Okay, so now we want to do our yellow jacket motor. So let me open up the part. there we go. Okay, now we're selecting the point where we want it to be, and that's what we do. Right, and now we're going to connect it to the other point, obviously. So, bang. And that is our finished motor mount.